Breakups are often the symptom of problems in a relationship. My workbook series, The Knowledge, is focused on helping you change your life in 4 key areas: retaining the information that I teach, personal growth, improving your relationships, and of course, re-attracting your ex. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
Hi there, I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about encouragement during no contact. Margaret and I have talked about no contact many times, both on camera and off.
Yeah.
And, Margaret has been there for me while I've done no contact before. And so she knows how difficult it is to watch somebody go through it.
It's extremely difficult. But I think I should do something they keep saying and feeling. And you understand, but you can't fix it for them.
Yeah. The thing that you want to fix for them is sometimes out of your control, at least in the short term. Right? So today I got a short little email, and then we're going to talk about, the difficulty of going through no contact and just trying to get you to stay positive during such a difficult time.
It's hard, right?
Because I will say that going through no contact after a breakup was one of the hardest, most painful things I ever had to do in my life.
Absolutely.
And you wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think that the ending of a relationship would be so painful, but it really is.
Yes.
And a lot of that has to do with what happened in your childhood.
Right.
And that stuff was out of your control.
Yes, none of us planned that or had anything to do with it.
Yeah. So you don't want to beat yourself up because you are this way, because these things all happened mostly in the first 2 years of your life.
Right.
That's when it had the biggest impact, when you didn't even have words.
Right.
And so it's so important to understand that because you're hurting now, it's directly correlated to how you are hurting in your childhood.
Right.
And that's what makes it so difficult, because it's like that pain that you had when you were little, now you're feeling it again.
That's why I often recommend reminding yourself that you're a grown-up now and you can do things that you couldn't do before.
Absolutely. That's a big point, and we're going to come back to that point. But we got a really nice email for you today.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
They said, "Hi, Craig. I had been anxiously, excitedly awaiting my Skype with Margaret for weeks, and it finally came around on Friday. It was the only thing keeping me going, and it was so wonderful to finally see her sweet little face."
Who is this angel who's writing this?
"Despite some connectivity issues, we had a great session, and Margaret radiates such empathic warmth."
Oh, radiate. I'm sending you some of whatever that is.
"She was able to assess that my ex-partner's mother likely played a significant role in his decision to end the relationship, and there wasn't much I could do to influence my particular situation."
That's exactly what I thought. We were just talking about families and influence, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is why we try and teach you guys about individuation and becoming an adult. Because if there are these secret ties and these bonds going on with your partner, their parents, their family is going to control your life.
Right.
And you're not even going to realize it.
Right.
This was both relieving and painful to hear.
Absolutely. Sure.
Yeah. But, it's better that she talked to you about that.
That's right.
And got that insight.
Right.
Because, the thing is now she's realizing that it wasn't her fault.
Right. Certainly not all of it was her fault. That much of this was beyond her, her recognition, and I think, unfortunately, her boyfriend's recognition.
And the amazing thing is because Margaret has so many years of experience, she was able to pick this kind of stuff up. Right? That most people would, even a solid clinician might overlook something like that. Because that's a really tough thing to pick out.
It is. But one of the things you always have to bear in mind is that everybody's most difficult task in life is truly becoming an adult and making your own decisions. And I have that in mind all of the time. Yeah.
That's one of the first things you look for.
Yep, always.
Relieving as I could allow myself to let go of some of the blame.
Good, because she was beating herself up.
Yeah. Painful because I understood the problem was much deeper than our surface issues, such as her untidiness, her social needs, dependency, and lack of attraction. So she's starting to see that it really wasn't these things that she thought it was,
Right.
which you would initially might think
course,
about.
Of course.
But you assessed a much deeper issue that was going on there.
Right.
She also said that it sounded as though there truly was a lot of genuine love in our relationship.
Yes, you could hear it. Yes.
Which soothed me and reassured me that I can trust my inner compass after all. That's big.
Yes, that is huge, and I hadn't thought about it quite that way. In other words, she was not crazy to love this man. There really was something good going on there. Absolutely. Because once the breakup comes, people question, was he a stinker all the way along and I missed it? But no, indeed she had not. There's something very nice about him. Right.
That's why it's so nice to be able to talk with you and do a Skype with you
Right.
where you can, talk about these things with somebody while they're in no contact.
Yes.
Because this gave her a whole new view of the relationship and what was really going on there.
And of course, we've said today that our first instinct is to beat ourselves up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She says, I miss him a lot and it's still painful 3 months on. I do hope that he returns one day, as he was my most favorite person in the world to talk to and be around.
Wow. Now that's real good stuff, see?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But I don't know how I'd ever get over the fact that he appears to prefer life without me. That is a great point she said right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm not sure he really does, but it's going to take him a while to realize that. And as Craig points out always very well, he needs a chance to understand how much he misses her.
And that's one of the things you guys have to understand about being in no contact.
Yes. Yes. And I think that Craig's answer is the best one. They need a chance to grieve and see that the consequence of the decision is that you're not there anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. They need a chance to miss you.
Absolutely.
And feel that loss.
Absolutely.
She says, perhaps success in my case would be to move on. I will carry on watching your videos and working on my insecurities. I have gleaned so much insight from your channel and you have been such a comfort at this difficult time. Thank you both warmly.
Well, thank you. And I'm happy to hear her use the word comfort because that's an important word. When we feel bad, what do we have to comfort ourselves? Remember, we talked at one point about calling up some of the people who've been nicest to us and thinking of them and thinking of the emotional goodies they gave us. And we can always enjoy the great moments we had with our partner in time. Right now it's probably too painful, but in time. But I'm just delighted that we've been helpful.
Yeah, one of the things that people tell me all the time is that they listen to our playlist all night long.
Right.
They will sleep with it. And I was doing some research yesterday about the brain and how we handle things, and Dr. Shore was talking about how our brain is affected by like music, even when we're sleeping, and he was talking about it in regards to an infant. And so I was thinking about that, and it makes sense to me that that's why listening to the videos while you're sleeping would help you, that there is part of your brain.
Absolutely. And we can hear our mom before we're born.
Yeah.
And some say Mozart. I don't know about that. But.
So, yeah, listening to the videos, and if they help you, find comfort at night, do it.
Do it by all means, because that's what, voices are supposed to do, is comfort you. That's an absolutely wonderful thing to hear.
Yeah. And just know that you're not alone in what you're going through. Not only are there hundreds of thousands of people around the world, maybe millions going through a breakup right now. Probably actually millions now that I think about it.
Sure, of course.
All feeling the way that you do.
Right.
And I felt the way that you did, where you're depressed, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, you can't eat, you're losing weight, you're lethargic. You know, those things will get better in time.
Yes, they will. I had a gentleman tell me today that he was so upset he lost several kilos. I have no idea what that means, but I knew what he meant.
It sounds like a lot of cocaine.
No, I don't think so. But I think that's how you weigh it. Yeah.
Hopefully that bad joke will give you some comfort.
Yeah.
At least I'm not that guy. His jokes are awful.
Yeah, terrible.
But yeah, it's a difficult time. And it may be, this may be the most painful time in your life, but you can use this to motivate yourself, to change, to better who you are, to become healthier physically and emotionally, and become more motivated to change your life.
And perhaps develop some internal strengths. And that at this point we don't feel like we have any, but we do.
Absolutely.
We do.
Yeah. And even clicking on the video to watch it is a positive sign.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Just being able to watch it and sit down and really thinking about it, as opposed to, you know, not making an effort or just giving up. In time, it will get better. I've been there. I talk to you guys every week. I get updates from you guys in emails, or we do follow-up coachings, and it does get better.
It does indeed. This is probably the bottom of the pit.
Yeah. So stay strong. Keep working on yourself. Maybe look at getting yourself a local therapist to help you through it. And of course, we're here too when you want to do a Skype coaching with us.
Sure.
All you have to do is go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and Skype, and Margaret does Skype coaching.
Sure. And we do, sort of enlightenment when we share with you some things that we know, but we also do support. So be aware. If
Absolutely.
you feel crummy, we'll be happy to help with that too, as best we can.
Absolutely. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and put a like on the video to help us grow. That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.